It's time once again for our insurance tip of the day.
That's right. Bryan Insurance, Sonia comes. She's the communications director, the operations manager. What else are you over there?
Oh, I don't have time to list everything.
Well,
so-
she walks around with 5 hats.
Yeah, we'll just. I mean, that's kind of the typical at Bryan Insurance. There's not really anybody there that just does one thing. We all do a lot of things. So we'll just go with. I'm here and I'm ready to
Okay.
talk insurance.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
What do you have for us today?
Well, I actually have a question that someone asked, and I really like that because I think I can bore people really easily. But somebody asked me this question, and the person that was asking me owns a commercial building and rents it out, and wanted to know if they had coverage if there was a loss, a fire, and then they couldn't rent it out anymore while it was being repaired, and so they weren't going to get their rental income.
So they had an interruption of their income.
Right, so that was the question, and it hadn't happened yet, and so that's the best thing. Like I always say, find out before, not after. And yes, there is insurance available for that, as well as any business, whether you're renting a building or you're operating a business. It's called business income is the general term for it, and if you have a covered loss, which of course would be maybe a fire, windstorm, the kind of things that you would have coverage on your property coverage for, and it interrupts your business, and either you just can't make that income anymore while you're rebuilding, or you have to pick up and move somewhere else and rent a place temporarily. There's lots of scenarios. You can purchase that insurance. It's called business income. There's loss of income, loss of rents, extra expense, and in many cases, that loss is much more devastating financially than the actual loss to the building itself. So I would encourage anybody who owns a building, a business, and owns a building, that they talk to their agent and make sure that they at least get a quote and know what that kind of coverage would cost.
And this is not just worrying about having a fire. This could be lots of different.
Lots of different things. Fire is the one that we think of. Of course, you could have the building next to you, or three or four buildings down from you, catch on fire, but the smoke ruins everything inside your building. So there's a lot of different things that can happen. And so just, that's a big thing. A lot of times when we talk to people, they don't really, not interested in looking at it, but I have seen many, many times where that business interruption, business income, loss of rents, what have you, is actually a bigger loss than damage. So the answer to the question is yes, it is available. No, it's not automatic. It's something that you have to purchase separately, and it's usually typically not terribly expensive depending on the what kind of coverage you want. But just talk to your agent and find out before something happens, and then you don't have that income coming in anymore.
As far as the prices go and stuff like that, let's just say you own, and I'm not minimizing this whatsoever, but the difference between maybe owning like a snow cone place or something smaller compared to a larger place that you're renting out, is that a difference in price?
Yeah, the prices are based on a lot of different things. One is how long would it take you to rebuild your building? So if it's a small little, shop that sells snow cones, it probably wouldn't take as long as a multi-million-dollar manufacturing plant to rebuild. So, that's one of the things, is the length of time that you're going to need to have that. And of course, another thing is what's your income that you usually get. So if if you're a business with a bigger income that you're needing your insurance to cover that, then your premium's going to be higher. So it's a lot of factors that go into it.
Well, very cool. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there listening, ladies out there listening this morning that probably are, maybe I should think about that before something does happen. Now, folks need to get a hold of you and the folks at Bryan Insurance. How do they do it?
You can call us, 940-549-2525. You can always come see us, second floor, Sierra Bank Building, downtown Graham, or visit us on the web at www.bryanins.com. And before I sign off, I want to say go Lady Blues. I went last night to that game, and that was amazing. If you have not been to see the Lady Blues play this year, you really need to. It's a treat. So,
All right. Thank you, Sonia.
thank you. I'll do that in for free. Hope that was okay.
See you soon.